Ah, ok.
J'ai peur que ça me casse les oreilles. nu?
Hier. Ga maar. Alleen handjes binnenlaten, hè.
Well, here in this part of the Everglades, the water's mainly fresh water and sweet water, so it's only nothing but alligator, alligator. There's no crocodiles, no caiman, no other things like that. The alligators only come out to a regular temperature. They don't move much during the day. So at nighttime they can be a little bit more aggressive because at nighttime when they feed. Just don't touch your tongue because.
Wordt niet de tong aanraken. Amai.
Hij stak ik hem zien.
A bigger alligator has a bigger snout, so be able to grip the shell and then also break the shell. This one is probably like young. This one would consider to be like a mid teenager years. She is a woman. This is a female. This is a female alligator. And when she matures, like when she gets ready to become an adult, she is like 2 meters for length, and she's in her 20s.
How we can recognize a female or male?
Well, females like to wear mascara. And the nails. No. The female alligators, they're very short, but they're more like I say, like more slender, petite. Yeah. Male alligators are more masculine because they're more, I say, territorial. Territory.
Aggressive.
Yeah, like males. Yeah, they're mostly aggressive towards other males, but like yeah, they have a lot of it has to do with just competition with other male alligators. She cannot see very well. Her eyes are really bad. When she sees better, she sees at nighttime.
Slechte oog. Ah, je ziet, dat doet hem eens aan in het water.
She only see good at night time.
Yeah, they only see better at night. Yeah, like
Okay.
a lot of things during the day they can't really make out, so they just.
Hij lokt hem mee.
That's why she's
So
relaxed.
they mainly just come out to sunbath or sunbathe.
So they live at night.
Yeah, the nighttime they could be more active.
Yeah,
Well, actually, at nighttime they could be more dangerous. More dangerous at night. Yeah. That's why we close the tours at 5 o'clock because we don't want to be out here when the alligator is dangerous. Yeah.
dan de grotere.
Ah
hè.
ja.
Yeah, they're just naturally like opportunities animals. That's why, like I said, it's very
Die komt
easy.
wel sneller wel. Die komt de reuzen, hè. Dat is dan de grotere, hè.
But they wouldn't, like I was saying, it's like some of them people here, they don't necessarily go after larger animals.
Là, il est un peu plus
They're
content.
kind of a little skeptical about people. Usually, if somebody gets bit by an alligator, it's usually they're doing something they're not supposed to do.
Okay.
In the water, like touch it.
Oh, that, yeah, that goes away.
Yeah, I don't advise people to do like I do. It's just I was raised out here as a child, so I just kind of see everything a little differently. Yeah.
Unbelievable. It's so close.
He knows he's going to be fed. That's why he, no, yeah? Yes or no? Because you give them food, huh?
Well, we usually give them treats and stuff, but like I said, naturally, like the.
But he knows the birds, we knows maybe I get some kind of candy or treats or
I mean, I wish they were just like domesticated like that, but you fall in the water, you're fair game, yeah. And like I said, it's just that they're so naturally like curious about a lot of like activity and
How good is their reaction? If I do like this, they can.
they can
Yeah?
move very quickly. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Like, I don't suggest you trying to touch her. There's even an alligator in front of the boat.
Ah,
There's one right over there. She's a nest.
Oei.
Like right there where the grass is all laid flat.
Yeah,
They can park there. Like we're gonna go there now. Her nest is like sitting.
But normally daytime they're a little bit sleepy.
Yeah,
In the
like
night-
daytime they're not really so active.
Yeah,
like,
so-
we're getting away. Trust me, we're getting away with a lot of stuff by like seeing it this close.
Yeah.
Because right now.
Normally they sleep a little bit relaxing like this. Oh my god.
They haven't had no coffee. Or,
And at night they go like.
Because the weather is better at night. I mean, the temperature.
well, they're
see
naturally,
better.
they're naturally cold blood, so they come out during the day to regulate, and then use it during the nighttime when they're able to.
Ouais, c'est ça, un bébé, ça.
Oui, c'est une femelle. Parce qu'il a dit que les femelles étaient fort petites.
Puis, ça, c'est un bébé. Entre plus petite et ressembler à tout petit bazar. Non.
Oh!
Yeah, like I said, the tongue is sensitive, so something touches it.
Oh.
Like I said, behind the eye has a slit here, and the ear is right there.
Oortjes, ja.
The brain is here, but the brain is.
But if you want to like
Ouder dus gewoon. Zeg, doe dus nog.
throw them away, you still like put on the nose like this. I see in the movie YouTube like a guy with a pan, bam bam on the nose. No?
Yeah, try it.
In Australia.
Yeah, I saw the same movie.
Yeah,
Try it.
yeah, you saw it too, yeah? With the pan, bam bam on the nose, and then he run away.
I've also,
Bam, bam, man.
Yeah, I've
You
also,
go away with
yeah, I've also seen one where like walk hold a guy's arm and like start twisting it around.
Yeah, yeah.
Crocodile Dundee.
Nothing too excessive. Okay? Like we'll make sure everybody comes back safe. Yeah, even though they're really curious and opportune animals, they really don't have. I mean, if it's under circumstances like if it got cold and if it rained a lot, they can kind of go into like a hibernating like state. So they actually take on as much as their head, like how wide their head is. And some alligators go like 2 or 3 weeks with no food, and some alligators can go a couple months. Yeah, like I said, they don't like circumstance weather, like when it gets cold and it rains a lot. Yeah.
But what is biggest enemy? His owner?
All natural predators each other.
Yeah, no, the same. So they kill each other.
Yeah. When they're babies, there's so many things that eat them when they're so little. That's why like the mother like protects them for
So
years.
the only enemy.
Ja.
There's kids on the boat.
Il vient de dire quoi?
Ik wou het, hè.
Je ne sais pas, j'ai pas compris.
Yeah, when they get older, they learn about the birds and the bees.
Did you ever get bitten? You ever get bitten?
No, because you get bit, you lose it. Yeah. Most likely you lose it.
Yeah,
Like
fameuse
I said,
bête,
pressure would be enough to take it.
On dirait un
And
dinosaure.
even if they got a hold of you, they wouldn't let go. They probably
ça
wouldn't let
ressemble à
go.
Oh my god.
Either way, it's bad. Like it's not a good thing.
Bah, c'est un-
Like I said, I don't recommend you guys going back home and trying this out.
Nee, nee, nee.
Even though like some of your countries are too cold for alligator. Yeah.
Ja, ik denk zo.
Yeah. See, this female is just mature, but this one's a little bit older. Yeah.
So that's the
Il vient
female.
de péter là.
She's also a female. Yeah, this one's a female too.
So maybe it's mother and the kid.
Regarde,
Yeah, it's more like maybe like in the 30s or so. But like I said, just another feet, another foot or so. Like That's all she'll grow up to. Yeah.
Dus ook, zie je zo.
Pourquoi ils ouvrent la bouche? Ah, ils aiment bien.
Dan
No, she don't like it. They'll hiss. They'll growl.
Ils aiment bien.
He can have an alligator as a home animal.
No. See, a lot of people think they live like social because they see them in the zoo and stuff.
There's another
Ja, die gaat
one.
er anders, hè? Die gaat naar de andere.
Ja.
Die go charge it away, no?
Yeah, try to chase it away. Yeah.
En die will fight. Die will vechten, ja.
Oh, là.
Hier is ze!
Ah, c'est bas.
Stop, joh.
Territorial.
Yeah, because like I said, like a lot of people think they live social because they used to see them in the zoo, and the zoo they have so many. And then some people get a little
I live there,
disappointed.
I live
Yeah,
there.
sometimes they get
Chacun
people
son
that get
territoire,
disappointed because they be like, oh man, why there's only one alligator? You know, because
Yeah,
the 30,
territorial.
yeah, because like 30 or 40
C'est une
alligators. I
femelle,
always explain them that that's not natural because
Ouais.
they don't necessarily like, live together. Yeah.
En hij zegt dat het een nest is, hè? Je zegt
Mais il y a des
Yeah,
périodes. Hein.
Of zo?
Il y a des périodes où les femelles sont
She makes it like using her tail. and her
nestje met
legs,
baby's.
We gaan eens zien wat de baby's er zijn.
Yeah, I'm just gonna move forward. is of Indian. It's a small tree island. We call this place Tir Island.
Okay.
The family of Indian people, they live here. They live like 1920. It's like more than 100 years. So just try to preserve it just for like education.
Il y a une famille qui.
What are the Indians and stuff like that?
Okay?
Native Indians?
The guys can visit them. We call them chickens.
On peut descendre.
Chicken.
Elle est chaud. Ah. Oh, attends.
Oh, regarde, Alex.
See, the reason why he's not lunging is because he's really unsure.
He's really unsure.
Yeah, he's unsure.
Why?
Because he's not. I'm not normally like something he encounters.
Okay.
Even when he's a little baby alligator, he mostly eats fish and birds. Yeah.
You're too big.
Yeah. He thinks that he'll have a very hard time trying.
For eating you.
Yeah. He can't spend no more time out of the water because he'll dehydrate. Yeah. So like I said,
Catch the prey.
when
and
he
up
catch the prey, and then he has to be reassured that it's small enough that he could just pull back to the water. Yeah.
Kan je ballen nog, hè?
It's symbolic that these people walking. So every time I come in this area, I'm always supposed to leave one. So this would be a cookhouse. The other high platforms, those are sleeping areas. So you sleep above the platforms because at nighttime there's more threats. You have to watch out for like snakes.
Hier een grote
Yeah,
springkaan.
snakes and stuff.
Een heel grote springkaan.
Van mij ja. Vind je het, hè?
Ja, vuur is veel slangen. Ja, dus
Ja,
dan,
staan nog als een laagje tekenen.
zeg het nou van dat vuur? Symbolisch.
Yeah, more west of here you have the more west of here there's like deer and hogs and turkey and stuff. So it won't bother you. No, it's harmless.
It's almost. You can eat it?
Nee. Oeh, nee. Dat is ziek, hè?
Ja, een spakken houden?
J'ai trouvé un sac là.
Ouais.
C'est pas libellé.
Nice.
Yeah, so like I said, the island has been preserved just for history.
Ou de l'eau.
Ouais.
Kijk, dat is een suikerriet. Sugarcane.
Wow, les mouches.
Voor de laatste.
Mij.
Evergleyde
Ik
Juillet.
zie het, zijn al serieus gestoken. Nee. Lijkt op gegoten. Gevuld met alcohol.
Die wordt goed.
Mosquito's.
Ja, ons laten proeven, hè. Ja. Suikerriet. Best suikerriet. En libelletjes.
Water? Voor de diesel. Diesel?
Eentje, een lilibel.
Geweldig.
Lilibel.
I don't know if you guys want to try it. Do you want to try it? Yeah. All you do is just chew it, yeah. You just chew it like a
That's
biscuit.
too much.
Oh, zot.
Ah, dat is
Ça a
goed.
du sang. Non, mais dans le stress de.
Sugar.
Tu veux, Chou?
Yeah, just chew it.
Tu vas pas mordre des bouts, hein. Tu vas l'écraser.
No, look.
No, nothing.
Oh, le vin est dessus. Tu la laisses faire.
Wel een beetje dik, maar het is rap op, hè?
Yeah, when I was like I said, when I was a little kid growing up with my dad, I grew up like natural.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know if you know that that candy bar sneaker, the candy sneaker.
Sneaker,
Yeah,
yeah.
it has a chocolate and
Yeah. And
I didn't have a sneaker until I was like 14.
Okay,
Oh,
you didn't know
And
it.
now it's like forget this. Sneakers.
Yeah, chocolate.
That's better.
C'est quoi, du bambou?
That's bamboo?
Oh no, this is sugar.
Canne à sucre,
Ah, t'as le sucre.
normalement.
Sugar cane.
Ça a l'air en tout cas. Ça se laisse, ça se laisse.
Yeah.
Ça se laisse manger. Enfin, ça se laisse.
Ça va. Quand t'as rien d'autre.
Même si t'as.
Ah, d'aller me donner.
Ah, okay.
Il n'y a pas de poubelle, mon poubelle.
Il y a pas de poubelle au final.
Ah là, là, il crame. Là.
Alors, nous, c'est très naturel.
Bueno. C'est de la naturelle.
Yeah, when I was little, and I was raised out here with my father, like I was saying, that would be something like a treat, like a snack. There you go, that'd be a treat for me because I do something good, you know. for me, you know.
That's better than a sneaker, no?
It's probably a little bit healthier. I won't have to worry about like my blood sugar going high.
S'accroche un peu.
Unbelievable. Can you eat it?
Non.
You really?
On va aller toucher ton... le mettre de l'autre côté.
Il y en a là.
Il est où?
Il est là. Attends, quand la dame va partir là, tu pourras en faire une. Tu peux par là? T'es plus près ici, chaud.
Mais c'est eux qui les ont plantés, les générations.
That's it, c'est ça, tu nous dis?
Ja, maar als je hem ziet, het zijn
Oh, dat is zo.
Ja, dat is
Ja, maar
le téléphone, il a chauffé là.
Ouais.
45 minutes, hein. Ah, quand tu vois des trucs que t'aimes bien. Et prenez la couverture. Il faut la remettre. Attends, elle est pliée en deux.
Fais-le dehors, chou.
Liefst, hè? Deken ook, hè?
Blanket?
Oh yeah, you can just like set them over there.
Als je nu nog iets kunt rijden,
Ja,
beter na zo en dan aan de nummer 1 de winkeltjes, er is van alles rondwandelen.
C'était chouette, hein?
Ouais.
Ça va pas avec elle.
toch de beste buddies dat je al ooit
Like, ook, like, barbecue.
Papa, maman,